Hi and welcome to my first English live tarot reading. Um, you maybe you not live, and maybe you pop up in. If you are lucky to get this live, you have the option to write something, maybe even get a card drawn for yourself. If so, you can even wish which deck you want a card to be drawn from. Today I'm going to work with these two decks, the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot and the Angel Tarot. Both are from Valentine, and the Angel Tarot card deck here is so old that it has its silver lining and still Doreen's name on the cards too. But the cards are cleansed, so no problem. They are speaking to me and asking, and yeah, when I'm going, how can I put it? Oh, I so wish this was my native language, so excuse me if I'm babbling a little bit once in a while. Yeah, I'm going to draw a couple of cards from these guardian angel messages and also read the separate messages out loud. But before I do that, I'm going to draw a couple of cards from this. Two cards from these angel tarot cards here and see, and it's going to be two cards together, and see what the cards has to say to us today and for the energy for the upcoming days too. And it's soon to be new moon, so it's not for the new moon, but it's more for the pre-new moon, so to speak. And of course, if you watch this video at the new moon or after the new moon or at any time of that matter, then there will be something in the video there that will be relating to something in your life or your situation, or there will be one or two or even more message in this for you. If you watch this video live, there will of course be no timestamps because that's difficult for me when live. After the live, I will make some timestamps to see, so you can, if you're just interested in the Angel Tarot or the Angel Messages Tarot, or if there's something you want to look at again at some time, or you're a new viewer, you can skip to that part or see that again. If we have some cards here, is there one of those? Some of those? No, it's not. So come on. Yeah, I know I'm nervous. Yeah, a bit nervous. So bear with me. So let's see. Let's find two cards from here. What do we have for us today? Here we have. Yeah. Here's the first card. Is the 8th card of the Major Arcana, called Justice in this card deck. Many other traditional throws, its number 8 is the Strength card, but RADLEIGH has in all their cards, it is this Justice card, and as it says here in the bottom, it's about fair and just decisions and doing what you know is right, and sometimes even also stand up for yourself. And but let's see what the extra card is. Not the extra, but the other card. What that is. Of course, I've asked for two cards, so even though they are two different cards, they are also going to function sort of as one bigger card and has some sort of combined message to it. So let's see the other cards for today. This one, no. Come on. Ah, yeah, it hit itself a bit. Oh, that's very interesting. So today we have two Major Arcana cards, so there's definitely something going on. And we have the number 8 and the number 15. Number 15 is the Ego card. And in traditional tarot, it's often connected with the Devil card. And the devil, for many, it feels like, oh, this is so scary, and but for real, the card is really much. It's often very much about having focus of the material stuff, and the things just behind, what you got, money and things, a big nice car, nice house, nice apartment, all that sort of, sort of being consumed in that. Often there's a risk for being sort of consumed if the material things, instead of what Archangel Jovial stands for, stepping out of your ego and, see it all from a quite more loving perspective, because Archangel Jovial is very much about love, this altruistic love, this sort of Christ love, the Christ energy love, the love that the unconditional love. So when this card, it can be in so many different meanings, but what I'm getting that is for today, for this combination of these two cards today, I'm really getting that the Justice card and the Ego card are working together in a way where it's really this: do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. Especially this: do what you know is right. What you know, not what you think is right, but what you know deep inside when you listen to your heart, when listen to your heart, and instead of saying, yeah, but he got this, then I must have this. He's got a raise for this, doing this kind of job. I have did even more, so I need to get even more, even more paid. This is just an example, but that's because that's sort of the energy. It's very it can you can very easily be trapped in this materialistic kind of thinking. And not that there's anything wrong by securing that you have a place to live and you have food on your table and clothes on your back and stuff. Not at all. But the trap is here. The trick is that you can sort of be in this trap of feeling that the most important thing is having more money, more things, a bigger house, a bigger car, and so on and so on. When the reality is listening within, and the listening within is represented here by Jovial. Listening within, and do what you know. What you know within your heart is the right thing for you here and now, and according to different situations and in your interaction with other people. And if you do that, that will also set you free from, if because some of you might have this feeling of feeling trapped in this, oh, I have to earn so much money, I have to do this and do that so I can pay for my big car and my big house, and for this new clothes, this special brands, maybe even because maybe you have this conviction that that is the important thing, you know, and that you might even be feeling trapped in a job where you feel this is not really me, or because but I do need the money. Yeah, of course you need to earn to have to your rent and your food and clothes on your back and stuff. But you know what? If it feels wrong, if it feels that you are feels like you are sort of stepping, holding yourself back, holding yourself down, stepping on your own, or stepping on other people to get what you want, and you think this feels right, this feels wrong, there's something off here, it doesn't feel quite right. Then with the Justice card and this: do what you know is right and the fair and just decisions, it's about seeing beyond your own little bubble and your own nose tip, seeing beyond that, and, and see the world in a more altruistic and loving way, you know? Because with the Archangel Jovial here, she's also telling you that need of there's no need of being afraid. There's no need to feeling entrapped in all your thought patterns about, oh no, I don't have enough, and what now, and can I pay my rent, or maybe I don't have when my shoots, but you will. You are holding yourself. You're probably holding yourself back in some way, um, by focusing on too much on what you have or have not instead of materialistic things. Feeling trapped in either in having to get so you can keep what you have, or feeling trapped in, I do not have enough, so I need to do more. I need to, work to my bones, or lose sleep, not seeing my friends and stuff. But that's a false sense of that's a that's not true. These two cards together is telling you that if that is your experience, then you're fooling yourself. And now is the time to, puncture the bubble that you are in, and at the same time listen within, listen to your heart, and put the fear-based part of your mind on hold and listen to your heart. Take a few breaths and listen to your heart, and go within and do what you know is right. What you know is right for you to feel okay with yourself, what you know is right for you to live the life you truly want. Because this is big things, this is two major arcana things. So it's really about how you look upon yourself as a human being, look upon as yourself as a mother, a father, a brother, a daughter, a son, a co-worker, an employee, or a boss, or how you look at yourself as a person, and how you look at yourself in the things you do and the actions you take, and how you look upon the world. This is what this is about. Not just about, do you share your chocolate or with others or not. This is bigger things, you know. Yeah, I feel drawn to take a little card from this guardian angel messages, also to just have a little message for you extra before I draw a couple of cards from the deck itself. So let's see. We have one here. This one? Nope, it's not the one. Oh, here it is. So let's see. Oh, that's so another major arcana cards. It's really, really beautiful, and it is a release card. And it's about transformation, giving freedom, endings, saying goodbye to what no longer serves you. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Saying goodbyes to no longer serves you. And that can be this materialistic way of looking at the world, for instance, or the fear of not having enough. You can see he has this phoenix, and that is I don't remember which archangel it is on this card. I can find out just a minute. I don't remember which one is here. Sorry. If you do which archangel is represented. This is just an angel, it's a guardian angel, but I know this picture here. It's also sort of one of the archangels, but that's an extra meaning of this card, and that's it, and it supports us so much. It's about changing your life by changing your thoughts, you know. It's about changing your life by changing your thoughts. That will transform you and give you freedom. Freedom of maybe feeling trapped. So it's really about do what you know is right and say goodbye to what no longer serves you. Maybe it's the way you act, maybe it's the way you think. Say thank you for serving me. You can, for instance, tell your thoughts or your actions, thank you for helping me in this and this situation and serving me by doing this and that. But now it is time for me to move on, do something else. You know, thank you for being there for me, protecting me. Now I no longer need you, and then say goodbye, and move on. Start changing your mind patterns. It can be done different ways. This is just an example. You can also write it down on a paper and burn it in safe ways, of course, or tear it apart and throw it away, or flush it out the toilet. Not the whole paper, that will probably not be good for the toilet, but there's also methods of doing it if you need some sort of literal way to saying goodbye to thought patterns and stuff. Then write it down and tear it apart and throw it away. That can be a way that I know many people are using. You can also just being aware of every time you fall into that old way of thinking. Stop yourself, say, no more, now it's time for something new, and then change your thought. Think about people in different ways. Think about yourself in different ways. Do different things. Do the things you're used to in different ways and stuff like that. Begin Begin deprogramming your mind and reprogramming to do things in other ways. And the more times you do it, the bigger the tracks in the mind will be, and the more easy it will be, and it will be your new default, so to speak. Instead of your default maybe being some sort of anxiety or the belief of not having enough, then your new default may be, for instance, I see solutions, I know how to get what I need, and stuff like that, So changing your mind patterns instead of from the pattern of lack into the pattern of having and receiving, instead of pattern of less, instead of giving and receiving, then you too will rise as a phoenix. So that was it for this angel tarot cards. And now I'm going to draw a few cards only from the guardian angel messages and see there's different messages there. So I'm going to put these cards away. Oops, not mixing them together, that's not good. So let's see. Yeah, I'm going to mix this release card in once more. You never know. The first message here with the actually three major arcana cards, it could be really life-changing things if you allow it, if you allow yourself to receive. Okay, so let's see what the guardian angel messages have. That's not it. Nope. That's not it. Now they're falling on the floor. That's a bit too much. So we're not ready yet. Okay. So let's see. And really feel free to, even if you don't watch this live, because this is my first live and I haven't no way to announce it at first. So if you're lucky to pop in and want to have me draw a card from one of the decks, then please do just write it in the comments and I will draw a card just for you to see what energies there for you. But now I'm going to find 2 cards from the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. Yes, I think we have. Oops, sorry, I came to push the camera. That was not intended. I think that this card is the first one, and the first one is the 2 of Air. And the 2 of Air, it's in the traditional tarot, it's the 2 of Swords. And today I really notice this more light around this one sword over here. And you can see he's at a road. This one is the most easy to see in this card, and this one is more hidden. But I really get this is about having to take decisions and might not be able to do it. You know, maybe because you're feeling confused, maybe because procrastinating it, avoiding it for some reason. But I'm really getting, let's see what the other card is, but before I'm getting that something important, that this over here, that's this extra light. I really noticed that today. Last time I got it for a reading, I noticed this road over here, but today that's the light around this one sword that's really popping into my eyes. So let's see if it makes any sense for drawing the next cards. So, whoops. Okay, interesting. Yeah. It's a major arcana card, the Lovers. And traditionally it's very much, of course, about relationships and emotions. It's also one of the healing cards. And relationships, it's very much about romantic partners. That's very often, but it can also be of any sort of relationship with someone close to your heart, family member, close friend, or different, or co-worker, colleague that is close to you in some way. Now I know why this is so lighted up for me today, and it's because even though the one road over here might seem more easy to see and maybe even more easy to walk, then there's this other road over here, this other choice that you might at first have discarded. But I'm getting that today, this day you are looking at this video, it's a good idea to look at that choice you first discarded, look at that one more time and see if there's something in it for you. It's not necessary that you're going to do that instead or choose that instead, but I'm so much getting that something in what you have discharged and pushed away that's important for you, either to do that instead of this over here, or to take some of the learning from that would have been here with you on this choice, if that is what you choose. That's so much what I'm getting. And we also have the word choices here on the Lovers. So it is very much about having to take a choice and having to take a choice that is close, that is important to you, because we have a major arcana card and we have this air card, and the air is also the sword, and that's very much representing of the mind. But the Lovers is very much represents the heart, the heart and the emotions of the heart. So what I'm getting here, that if you are in a sort of a crossroad, no matter what sort of situation, then it is very much important that you listen to your heart Listen to your heart's mind, using your heart's mind instead of just your mind's mind. Nothing wrong with your mind's mind, except when it begins chatting about what if, and maybe not, and blah, 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 all that stuff that is holding us back and making us insecure. And that is definitely a risk with this too aware. It can be difficult to take a decision. No matter if it's a big decision or a small decision, you can sort of feel which way to go, And being in that position for too long, it's a stressful situation to be in, especially if it's some sort of important decision. It can be very stressful, and it can be, and being in that place can, in the end, result in being unhelpful for you. Definitely not helpful in any way to should I do this, should I do that, and stressing over it. It's so not helpful. What is helpful is going within, listening to your heart. And take the choice that feels right. And doesn't matter if it's a little thing or a bigger thing or a real big thing. This is a time to take the choice that feels right. Feels right deep within your soul and deep within your heart. Yeah. And when you do that, you will also feel this sort of relief, and being able to move on. I'm going to find the angel message in this lover's card for you. Yeah. Yeah, the additional meanings, it's making a heartfelt choice. So take whatever choice it is you're about to take that from your heart. Go within and feel your heart, and take the choice that feels right deep within your heart. And especially if this choice is regarding another person. Maybe you are in a relationship and don't know which way it's heading. And in that sort of situation, or you're maybe you're going to choose between two, or choose, should I or should I not? Especially in those sort of situations, it's really important that you listen to your heart. This logical thinking, this is good here and this is good here, this is bad, and pluses here and minuses here, or the other way around, making this list. This is not the way to go in this situation. Whether it's about other people, romantic partners, family, friends, the pros and cons are not the way to go with your mind in this. It's your heart and what feels right. So stop avoiding and go within your heart. This way, your confusion will end and you will be able to make a decision. You will be able to make that choice. And if you're taking that choice from your heart that feels right, then it will be the right choice. Also, if it's a difficult choice with an ending that you're really not wanting to see, it will, if it feels right, within your heart. And that is important, the key word here. It has to feel right within your heart. The choice feels right within your heart. With these two cards together, then it will be the right choice for you in that situation. Okay. Something extra. Yeah, I can take, as I took a card from the other deck, I can take an extra card from here and see there's some additional information. Let's see. Yeah, very interesting. We have the world, and Archangel Michael. In other decks it's Jovial, but in this one it is Michael. Going to put them up here. And it's confirming me. This card is confirming, because it's sort of ending a cycle. The world, it's new beginnings and it's ending, and it's the same time, and it's we have this what's the sign of infinity in the top and the bottom, and we have all the elements represented, the earth and the fire and the air and the water. And we have Michael, that is sort of also known as the great protector. That's one of his roles. He's also known of, many people see him sort of as the boss of the archangels, one of the head archangels. And when I'm getting this card here, it's really about completions. It's about when you are using your heart to take that choice. And it's a big choice for you. It might, for other people, looks like a small thing, but for you, this is a big choice. And that is one of the reasons, that's actually the main reason why it is so important, really, really so important, that you go within your heart and feel within, from your heart, what is the right for me. Put your mind on hold, use your heart's mind and your heart's feelings, and feel within your heart and feel within your gut. This is what feels right for me, right here, right now. And it will bring you joy. It will bring you contentment. If it's a difficult decision, maybe not at first, but it will, it will. And you will be grateful to yourself and to the ones around you for helping you and for being there. So that is the important thing. To put this up a bit. This is the important thing. At any decision, big, small, medium, put your mind on hold, so you quit the worrying, quit the indecision, and stop the confusion. Go within your heart and listen and feel what feels right, and you will know it deep within what to do in this particular situation. You will know. So this is a time where the cards are asking you to follow your heart, but be sure that it is your heart you follow and not your worrying mind. Be sure that it is your heart you are following in this case. I think that's it. Anything else? Nope. There's nothing else for today. So I'm going to put the cards away. And I'm going to say thank you for tuning in, if you tuned in live. Thank you for tuning in if you tuned in at any later time. I will, of course, still have some of my pick a card videos. I am at the moment still in the process of lots of practical stuff regarding the aftermath of my mother's death, with selling apartment and getting things into order and stuff, and that still takes up quite a lot of energy. sometimes not so much, and sometimes quite a lot more. So there's still a bit inconsistency in when I do what. I do it when I feel called to it and have the energy at the same time, because if I feel called and don't really have the energy, well, then it won't be as good, because then it's difficult for me to connect, even though I want to, then it's more difficult for me. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm wishing you a lovely day, and hopefully see you at another reading and another time. Bye for now. Blessings from my heart.